Hi friends, my name is Emily and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my July Shop My Shelves video. So this is a little bit of a book scavenger hunt. I get you guys to respond to find a book that ... on Instagram. Let's start at the bottom because those were the ones that came first. So Nels challenges me to find a book with blue on the cover. Heinrich Goring, sorry I butchered your name, says find a book that makes you alive again. Something that will revitalize me. This is hard. Miles Lake challenges me to find a book that will likely put me in a good mood because I deserve it. I do deserve it. The Dragon Reader, I assume, cut off by Instagram, says to find a book that you don't know what it's about. At some point I probably knew what it was about, but I don't anymore. Sophie's World challenges me to find a book that is the second book in a series that I have started but haven't finished. Dustin from Book Babble challenges me to find a book that was published pre-1900s. Bonus points if it's a book by a woman. Amy M. Poole challenges me to find a book that I've had on my shelf for years. Sadly, that is a lot of these shelves, but I assume you mean a fairly long time. Steph challenges me to find a book that is completely hidden behind another book or item on your shelf. Bookish Bluettes challenges me to find a book that I bought because of the hype. I can see a few actually. I have gone through all of the challenges that I think apply, and I am going to share with you those now. First I'm going to serve myself some coffee because there's no way I'm getting through this week without more caffeine than probably recommended by any medical health professional. Making healthy choices. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. The first book I have here is The Marrow Thieves by Cherie Dimaline. So this is a piece of Indigenous fiction. I think I've put this on the list before for something and haven't got around to it. It is a piece of YA that is like a near future dystopia in which everybody has lost the ability to dream except for Indigenous folks, and Indigenous folks are being hunted and having their bone marrow harvested, and it's supposed to be amazing. The next book I have here is Release by Patrick Ness. Now apparently I have looked at this cover for a very long time and been like, oh, wacky drug trip YA, not interested. Apparently this cover is sort of misleading. I saw somebody hold up the UK cover recently, I think it was Sana from Books and Quills, and she talked about how it was a queer fantasy. The first one was because it was blue. The second one was because, I should look at the prompts, I'm not remembering them. Will make me live again. Yes, it will make me live again. I hope it will make me live again. This I'm going to count for 2 categories, and that is will put me in a good mood and has a person's name in the title, and that is Matilda by Roald Dahl. So I have never read Matilda by Roald Dahl. I know, it's a shame, right? As like a reader who loves books about readers, you think I would have got to this at some point, but I haven't, so I think it's maybe time to try. The next book I have here is a book that I don't know what it's about. I love Miriam Toews' writing. She wrote Complicated Kindness, which is okay. She also wrote 2 of my favorite books ever, Swing Low a Life and All My Puny Sorrows. I have sort of picked up copies of her books indiscriminately, not really knowing what they're about, but like this was a bargain book somewhere. I think I paid $3 for it and I saw the name, picked it up. I have no idea what it's about at all. Pull something from my May TBR stack that I never got to, and that is the second book in a series that you meant to get to, but haven't. What is the first book in this series called? Sabriel? That sounds right. Yes, Sabriel. I really enjoyed Sabriel by Garth Nix, and I have intended to pick up Lirael. I also realized that I didn't tell you the title of the book that I know nothing about just because I'm so organized right now. And that is Irma Voth. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a person's name as well. I don't know if that's something in Plautdietsch. We'll find that out. Then for a book that was published pre-1900, bonus points if it's by a woman, is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. Again, I don't really know what this one was about. If you can tell from the front, there's like a $3 bargain sticker on it. But I had aspirations for reading more of Jane Austen's works, so we will find out what it's about. And I hope it's good, because it's not one that people talk about a lot, right? Like Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, those are the big name books. I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see. The next is a book I've had on my shelf for years, and that is Come Thou Tortoise by Jessica Grant. So I picked this up because very early on my channel, somebody recommended that I pick this up. And I was like, okay, cool. And I put it on my list and I happened to find it used. And then that person continued to comment on every single video, not in an engaged way, but like in a obnoxious way. Like I was really interested in this book, but I wanted to get to it in my own time. And I just remember at one point they sent me like, God, it must have been like 150 turtle emojis, and any interest I had in this book disappeared. And I feel like it's really petty on my part. I should have been a grown-up, but also it almost feels like I'm letting that person win. And then every time they make a recommendation, like they would just spam me with things instead of engaging in the things that I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it's been long enough. I haven't received a million turtle emojis in a while, and I am interested in the story, so I think I'm gonna try for this. For a book that is completely hidden by another book, I have The Midwich Cuckoos by John Wyndham. This could also count for a book that I don't know what it's about. I know I like the books that I've read by John Wyndham, and whenever I'm in a used bookstore, I try and pick up editions because you can find them super cheap and in pretty decent condition. I just saw this, things are coming in. A Crimson Daisy just said that I should find a book that has dust on it. That's all of them. That is all of them. This bookshelf hasn't been vacuumed in like a year? Half a year? It's dusty. It's disgusting. But who has time to dust their bookshelf on a regular basis? So all of these books count to have dust on them. I just blew dust into my coffee. And the last book I have here is a book I bought because of the hype. I actually pre-ordered this first edition with full color illustration. Ooh ah. The internet was so excited about it. A lot of the people I was watching at the time were super excited about it, and it arrived in the mail, and I remember being so excited about finding it on my doorstep when I came home from work, and I have not even cracked the spine. I have to go. I have to do things. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on these books in the comments down below. Have you read any of them? Do you want to read any of them? Before we go, we have to thank my patrons. Thank you, patrons, for making videos like this and other long-form projects possible. I really appreciate the work that they are enabling me to do. If you are interested in becoming a patron, having early access to videos, voting on my TBR pile, this TBR pile perhaps, you can check out the Patreon page in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!